We are here. We're here with Craig Schmich, and he is a pitcher. He was at Lincoln High School when I met him. I was covering him when I still have 65 Sports. There's no sports going on right now. But we're here with Chris and Craig, and I wanted to do this years ago. Craig lost, I think he said 150 pounds now is where we're at, or more. We're going to get into that in a second. But first off, man, we want to talk about him because this is a kid that the greatest personality, hell of an athlete, amazing teammate to everybody around him, and his progress just in life. And, Chris and we're in a progress of losing weight ourselves right now. Craig's done it, living life proof of what he's done. And he's now pitching for Minot State out in North Dakota. So he's out there in North Dakota. But you know what? The guy's done work from high school. He worked hard. He's lost weight. I believe he pitched for our local Lincoln Potters. He played there for a little bit. And you know what? I'm just excited to have Craig here on the show. So Craig, boy, I'm just so excited to have you here. And let's talk about it. Let's talk about like your whole progress. What was the first thing that got you started with, I got to lose weight? What was the first thing in your mind that got you to that point?
So I went to Sierra out of high school in 2015. And after all the conditioning and stuff that we were doing, I just realized that I wasn't in physical shape. And I ended up just quitting baseball at that point. And then I tried to play at Folsom Lake the year after that and ended up getting cut due to weight. And so realistically, I just thought my baseball career was over. And so then I just really took up coaching, fell in love with coaching, coached a lot, coached at the high school level, coached at the little league level, really just found a passion in that. And so I was just like, okay, I guess that's just what I'm going to do. I'm going to finish my school out and just become a high school baseball coach. And just, that's where I'm going to be. And then it came 2017 summer. The Potters are almost done with their season. And Ray Garcia actually asked me, hey, do you want to play for the Potters? Like for the last 5 games, we kind of need an arm just to save some of the arms for playoffs. And I was like, yeah, that sounds fun. Like, sure. Like I still love baseball. I still love the game. So I like being able to play and compete again sounded awesome. So I did that. I ended up pitching, I think it was like 1 2/3 or 2 innings or something like that for them that summer. And after that appearance that I had, I was super tired, gassed, didn't have anything in the tank afterwards. And I realized that I loved the game of baseball and I wanted to be a part of it again. And like playing with the Potters and getting that team camaraderie and all that stuff back, I was like, man, like I miss this. I need this. But the only way that I can do this is if I lose weight. Like I cannot play baseball at the weight that I'm at. Right. Like it's not possible. So my mom was actually doing a diet at the Hearn Reed Medical Center, and it pretty much consisted of drinking protein shakes and eating 1 meal a day. And so I went to her after that and I asked her, I was like, hey mom, is there any way that I can do this? Like, can I get on this diet? It costs a lot of money. So, and she was all for it. Just because like I've always wanted to lose weight, but I never had like the motivation to do it. And this was kind of my motivation. It finally just sparked something in me. And so I went to her, she was all for it. And that's pretty much where my journey started. I did that diet for about 5 months, lost 93 pounds initially. Then by the end of my full year of weight loss, I was down 120 pounds. And then went back to Sierra. Rob Wilson actually called me while I was playing for the Potters, because I played for the Potters in the 2018 summer. Had a really good summer with them. I got picked up late in July because I was actually coaching Lincoln Little League All-Star senior team, and we made it all the way to the NorCal Championship that year.
I remember that. That was huge.
Yeah. So we made it the farthest that any Lincoln Little League team has ever gone. And then right after that, I'm driving home, and again, Ray Garcia gives me a text, and he said, hey, are you tired of being Bruce Bochy? You want to come back and play baseball? And so I was like, yeah, I do. I would love to. He's like, all right, well, we're signing you right now. And so I drove back from Fresno. The next day, I signed with the Potters, and I actually pitched for them that same day through 4 innings. only gave up 1 run. And then after that, my role kind of increased a little bit, became a starter for them. And yeah, I get a text from Rob Wilson. He's like, I really want you back. And once he sent me that text, I was like, sweet, that's where I'm going. Because that's where I wanted to go. I wanted to go back to Sierra. I wanted to make things right and redo what I did in 2015. And I was just really happy that he gave me that opportunity. And yeah, played there, got injured right before the season happened, 2019, sat out. Then then I played summer ball in Kansas, came back to Sierra again, played, COVID hit, and then didn't know what was going to happen from there. Trained all summer, worked my butt off at Hyperthrive Athletics. Worked from there from June all the way until I left in January to come out here. I actually gained 30 pounds during COVID, so they helped me out. I lost an additional 60 after gaining that 30. So now I'm down to 215 right now.
Nice.
Or 150 pounds down. And then now here I am at Minot State. And so far I've been here. This is now my 3rd week. I think I'm out here. 4th week.
Nice.
I'm not too sure, but I'm loving it out here. So
tell me, I mean, so we went over like the whole process of what you went through, really quick. There's something I want to bring back because I remember when you were in high school and your dad, I mean, the guy was so proud.
Yeah.
And then you talked about your mom and like
Yeah.
she was really a big part of helping you with the weight and she had gone through it. So what a support system that you've had. Now you get the call from Minot State. Talk to us about like, were your parents really big about like helping you through that process? Was that just like a whirlwind, or what was like the whole Minot State thing?
Well, so with Minot, it was actually kind of crazy because I posted a video of myself pitching on Twitter and tagged Flatground. It's pretty much like a Twitter account that gets kids noticed by college coaches. So you'll post your video and then tag them, and then they'll retweet it, and then a lot of college coaches see it. So I posted that just because I didn't know what was going to happen with COVID and if we were going to have a season at Sierra and all that kind of stuff. So I was getting kind of nervous, especially being older. I was like, I don't know how this is going to go. Like, I don't know if the people are going to want me. I don't know. Like, so I just posted that out there to see what happened. And I was getting a lot of NAI offers. At one point, I think it ended up being where I had close to 20 offers, and I was just looking them over, and it was tough. And then I get a call from Minot State, and I thought they saw my video, but actually they contacted my junior college coach, and then that's how they got a hold of me. But yeah, it was difficult at first, like trying to make that decision. My parents definitely helped me out. The only thing that kind of sucked is there was a college, McPherson College in Kansas, and it ended up becoming down like between Minot and McPherson. And my mom was like really supportive. She's like, do what you feel is right. Do what you need to do. My dad fell in love with McPherson just because the coach reached out to him. They talked, they had like a personal connection, and he didn't really have that connection with Minot just because like Minot was just talking to me. Didn't talk to my parents or anything like that. So he was kind of like iffy about Minot just because of that. But I went on a visit to Minot in late December, and I just fell in love with the campus, fell in love with the coaches. The strength and conditioning program out here is amazing. Their facilities are top notch. Like some would say that they're probably up there with D1s. I've never really seen D1 facilities before, but if I had to guess, I wouldn't doubt it with the stuff that we have here and the technology that we use. It's truly amazing. And so I just fell in love with it. And I was actually supposed to go on a visit to McPherson the week after I went on my Minot visit. But after I went on my visit to Minot, I came home and I just told my parents, I was like, this is where I want to go. Like, I fell in love with it. My mom was super supportive. She was excited for me. My dad had to get over it a little bit that I didn't choose the college he wanted me to go to.
Right.
But at the end of the day, he's always going to be supportive of me, what I choose. Like he said, he was super supportive of me in high school, super supportive of me throughout this whole process of coming back and playing baseball and doing all that stuff. And he was even supportive of me when I was a head coach. Like he would post about me on Facebook about winning games and stuff as a head coach, when realistically, it's not what I'm doing. I'm not the one winning games. It's the kids out there, but he would still post about it. So yeah, super supportive dad, but he was upset a little bit when I first chose Minot, but after that, he got over it, and he actually was a big support system, helped me move here, helped me get all my stuff situated. So yeah.
Hey, Craig, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. Hey, I know it's been a while since we chatted, and I know we've chatted a little on and off, out at the ball field a little bit. So tell me, with kind of the trials and tribulations that you have gone through, what do you think is the most important thing you've learned out of it?
Most important thing I think I've learned out of this is just like believing in yourself.
Okay.
I think I lost that back in 2015 after the whole Sierra thing, and after not giving myself a fair shot and quitting before. I probably should have stuck it out the whole fall, but I just didn't feel right. And I think it was conditioning, and it was also the fact that my senior year, I had a really good senior year. I was an all-league guy, honorable mention all Metro. I thought I was just going to come in and just be a stud, and I didn't realize how good college baseball really was, even at the junior college level. I didn't realize it. And then I get there in the first inter squad. I'm throwing against a guy, Casey Wallace, who was an MLB prospect before he broke his leg in half. But he was a guy, and I threw a curveball that I was like, oh, that's going to strike him out. And it's about to hit the tip of the plate, and he hits me 375 off the wall. And I was like, okay, so this is college baseball. This is what it's all about. But I didn't realize that at that time. And so I kind of lost that belief in myself that I was good enough to be there. But if Rob Wilson recruits you, you got to know that you're good enough to be there. He's
Rob
one
Wilson,
of the best coaches around.
I agree with you. I've watched him for quite a few years now, and he does a phenomenal job up there at Sierra College. I also wanted to ask, you're talking to these seniors that are coming out of high school. I know that this time isn't the greatest time right now with the C word, but what kind of advice would you give them stepping on to the field at the next level?
For them, I would just tell them just to be confident and just go after it. I mean, especially now with all this stuff that's going on, it's tough, man. It's tough, but hopefully the junior colleges in California get a play, because right there, that's going to take away 50% of everybody's roster, because pretty much everybody came back. And that was my plan. I was going to come back to Sierra College until Rob told me, he's like, I just don't know if we're going to play this year. And that kind of scared me a little bit. And I had this offer from Minot, and it was a good offer. So I couldn't pass up on it. So I'm hoping that junior colleges get a play, not just for my friends, but my brother's a senior this year. I would love for my brother to play high school baseball and be able to move on to the next level, because I truly believe that he has the talent to go play at a junior college. And if the junior colleges were able to play, the roster of 50% of the guys are going to transfer on. That gives those seniors a better chance to play.
True.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, you just got to be confident and pick the right spot for you. That's the whole thing. That's what I found out, is that you have to find the place that wants you. And you have to, and it's tough because college coaches are really good recruiters nowadays. So you don't know which one is truly telling you the right things or not. So you just kind of have to figure it out and talk to the people that you're close with, and just figure out what college is right for you. And then when you get there, just know that the college wanted you, and just ball out and perform.
I like it.
Yo, Craig, check it. So now that you're in North Dakota, it's not California anymore.
Oh no,
you're not in California anymore, brother.
No.
What's the one thing that you love about Minot, the area, that would shock you about it?
Well, what I really love about Minot is the small town feel. So, I mean, pretty much everything's just right here. So technically I live far away from campus, and it's a 4-minute drive. Yeah. they're like, oh, wow, you live up there? That's kind of far. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, it takes me 4 minutes to get to campus, about 6 minutes to get to the rest of your guys' apartments to hang out with you. Like, it's really not that far away.
Like, it was 15 minutes to get to the mall.
Yeah,
Right?
exactly. Exactly. Like, to get to Walmart, it's the other side of town, but it takes me about 10 minutes to get there.
Right.
So like that's what's super nice. I mean, it's freaking cold here. I'm not gonna lie. Like this week's a warm week, and I think today's 26 degrees, and this is a warm week for us in February. So yeah,
a lot of inside facilities. Is that?
Yeah. So we actually have this thing called the bubble, and so what it is, it's over the football field. So there's our football stadium, and then I guess in November every year we put up a bubble, and then that stays up through the winter months, and then they take it down, I think like March. But yeah, we don't have a home game until April this year. So we play everything away. So like in 2 weeks we travel to Oklahoma, play 2 games in Oklahoma, and then we come back up, play Kansas. And then we actually have like a 3-week break because of how our conference set it up. We only have 5 non-conference games, and then then we have 35 conference games. So we'll take like a 3-week break, and then conference starts back up at the end of March.
Right on.
Yeah.
So do you guys stream your games?
I know for home games we do.
Right on.
I don't know how away games go, but yeah, every home game is streamed.
I mean, your fans are going to be watching this show, and I'm sure they're going to want to be able to watch you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for sure.
Hey, Chris, you got any more for my friend here?
Yeah, I got one more thing. Hey, Craig, I got to tell you, man, I've known you for how long?
Yeah, a long time.
For a long time. Poor you. But anyway, I got to tell you, man, I'm really proud of you. I know for me, watching you grow up and, watched your weight and coached you and all that stuff, I knew you had the fire to do it. And I got to tell you, I'm really, really proud of you.
Thank you.
Hey, not a problem. Thank you. I enjoyed coaching you.
Yeah, I enjoyed having you as a coach. That was a definite fun year on the Tigers.
Get out of here. That was fun. We did have a good time back then.
And I just want to attribute to the fact, our show, we're talking, we want to interview amazing people.
Yes.
And we consider you an amazing person. Probably one of the biggest things when I met you is that how you treated everybody. Like, you genuinely cared about your teammates. You actually were really nice to your competitors. I actually used to watch you out there, and you'd be talking and John with them and having a good time and smiling and laughing and just how you make people feel. And it's one of the favorite things that I hear, like the Maya Angelou one. It's not how you what you do or say or anything like that. It's how you make people feel. And Craig, the reason why I had you on the show and why I wanted you to begin with is because how you make people feel. So don't ever change who you are. I mean, you are who you are. You're going to be that way. And I wanted to just thank you because that always shined for me. And I know other people around you have thrived off of how you make them feel. And so thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for being an inspiration for a lot of people, because not only the weight loss is a big part, right? You lost a lot of weight, but it never changed who you are.
Yeah.
You've always been Craig. I mean, you always make people feel amazing. And I don't know. I was really excited about this interview, and I'm just so proud of you. And I can't wait to see you just continue to grow. So thank you from What Up with Rob and Chris, and just ball out there, buddy.
All right. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I had a great
time.
time.
We'll catch you real soon. Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Sounds good.
See ya.
All right.
See you guys.